Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are having part 3 of our extreme difficulty Spain campaign in original Rome TotalWar. And the extreme difficulty means that we have hardest difficulties, we cannot train any temple units, we cannot build any ships. We have Numidian overlords, which means that we cannot attack their cities or armies, we can defend if they choose to attack. And furthermore, we cannot train any units unless we are training them in tier 3 settlement. And the last episode actually was left in quite a cliffhanger, so we have rather large Gaul army attacking our rather small army. And actually I think the fate of our Northern Italy campaign at the moment hangs in the balance, and that's decided by this battle. So Patavium most likely is already a tier 3 settlement, so if we can get decisive victory and we can get Patavium, we should be able to begin to train troops in Patavium. However, since the numbers are pretty unfavorable, winning this battle decisively is easier said than done. But at the very least, we are going to have a rather nice battle ahead of us. And of course, we should try to preserve these light cavalry units, because if the settlement is at tier 3, we could retrain them. And of course, we still have the option of withdrawing. Oh, let's see. There might be a slight chance that we can actually snipe the enemy general. And if we are able to pull that off, the rest of the battle should be quite a bit easier. What are you guys doing? The battle is over here. Okay, good. And he's down. Excellent. And don't go there. So I guess the critical moment is if we can break the first attacking units, because that should be enough to cause the mass rout reaction. Or perhaps not. But at the very least they are winded, and at the very least shaken, if not stirred, already. But yeah, I guess it's just time to go. And we are performing quite as we should be doing. Excellent. This far at the very least. Though this flank over here is in a bit of a trouble. And our cavalry is riding where it actually should not be riding. Okay, good. So now let's just try to hunt down as many of those down as possible. The victory is not quite as decisive as I would have liked, but most certainly quite a bit better than it could have been. So now the main question is, can we actually inflict enough damage so that the army is disbanded? That's rather close, because if we did not do that, then they will pull back to Patavium, and of course taking it will be that much more difficult. But yeah, that was... I'm actually quite happy about that victory. Mediolanum, I think we can take that loss over there. And we should be able to lift the siege over here relatively easily. Let's see. So we don't have any mercenaries available in here. We could help Mediolanum, but I think we are going to strike at Patavium in any case. Yeah, it should be already tier 3 settlement. Unfortunately, there is this rather large Julii army, which is bound to cause some hassle.
General, march. Move out.
And public order at Cordoba might become an issue sooner than we will like.
Yes.
But it's nice that we can have at least some replenishing troops. And all the better if we can wipe this unit out altogether. And once again, forest battle. Of course, fighting these smaller armies is rather nice, because we can get experience for our general this way. without suffering too many losses, and then there is that rather large Roman army still waiting for us. So it is rather likely that we will be needing that experience we are accumulating.
Warlord lies dead. Now he can drink.
Okay, so there was some small glitch in the battle.
This is
Okay, rather nice victory.
Victory! Yes. Orders. Yes.
And we actually hope that the Gauls and the Julii over there kind of block each other out. That would at the very least make our life quite a bit easier. Are we building everywhere? Because we certainly do have the money for that. And let's finish the turn and hope we can gain... What? That's not fair. And Germania is actually advancing. That's not too good of news for us. Perhaps Oscar could grow a bit faster.
Yes.
Of course, the bad thing here is that now that we take the settlement back, we actually need to leave a unit to garrison it, which in turn weakens
Yes. Move out.
our army over here. But then again, we can get those slingers,
Move out.
which is a rather nice improvement for this army. And I'm afraid that Mediolanum will actually fall. But at the same time, I'm rather confident that we will take Patavium from Lugotorix.
Await my orders.
And let's see which side is better for attacking. I would say it's this one. And once again, let's actually try to save those walls
Units, forward!
as much as possible.
The battering ram is at the gate. Our warriors attack. Now is the time for
So
great
Warlord
deeds.
and I guess it was 2 units of swordsmen.
The gate is broken. Your warriors have done brave work with the battering ram.
Oh. That's quite brave of those guys. And
Our warriors
the
have driven the
gates
enemy
are
from his own
ours.
walls. The way to victory is open.
So, the first round goes for us. And relatively clearly at that. And it seems getting through the gates is always a kind of a operation. So I think we will try to put these 3 units here. And let's have these guys guard the other flank. And the slingers could perhaps fire from there. And then let's have the cavalry guarding that left flank. I mean, you could fire. I mean, you guys were supposed to be firing. Seems they are hitting the enemies quite a bit better than our own units at the moment. Okay, well that's one way to deal with 1 unit of swordsmen. And I think we are ready to go to the city square. don't go there. And of course the general decides that running through the whole enemy unit is the best way to do things. Yeah, I think these guys will just get themselves killed if left to their own devices for any longer.
Enemy warlord is dead, slain by your brave warriors.
And that's it. Okay, nice. And let's dearly hope that they do have the tier 3 building ready in here. Well, of course they don't. Well, that's too bad, because now we just have to wait for 3 more turns. This army can besiege us next turn, so perhaps we should take the mobile force out from the settlement. Well, we just cannot, because he has such a high influence.
Orders. Forward. Orders.
So basically,
Orders. March. Ready to ambush.
well, let's hope the ambush will work. And we have 2 tier 3 settlements coming. Okay, good. So Patavium just bought another turn. Massilia. I don't like these Julia navies at all. Well, I guess there is not much else to do except to try to develop this settlement. That's quite large Gaul army, actually.
Yes. Move. March. Lord. Lord.
But it seems we don't actually have any other options except to deal with them.
Lord.
So, let's move out. And they are beginning to field some swordsmen, which is going to be problematic because at the moment, well, our mercenaries can perhaps hold rather evenly against swordsmen, but I don't like the map at all here. But it would be so much easier against warbands.
Fresh warriors have arrived. Perhaps it is the time to send them to kill the enemy.
And I guess the good thing is that for once this is not a forest battle near Narbo Martius. And we can even reinforce with these guys.
Units. General. Units. Double time.
That's rather interesting move. Okay.
Barbarian mercenaries. Mercenary infantry. Mercenaries. Barbarian mercenaries. Slingers.
And there they come. Oh, that's going to end badly. Did I give a wrong command here? Or target the wrong unit?
This is no longer a battle, this is a hunt. No, a coward chase.
Well, in any case, we are about to be victorious. Though I think the enemy army will not be fully disbanded. Unfortunately. But, well, perhaps it is. And we did beat them back, and the casualties were not horrible, at the very least. Pawn of the gods. Okay. So, let's finish the turn, and behold Cordoba has High King's Hall. And the plan, I think, was to go with cavalry units. So that's exactly what we are going to do.
General.
And for the moment, it seems the situation
Yes, my lord.
around here is
Yes, master.
relatively pacified.
Lord,
That could give us some options to advancing.
kill them.
Perhaps we could at the very least check things out over there. And one more turn and we can begin to train troops in Patavium as well. So it's rather nice that Mediolanum is buying us the time we actually need. At least for the moment. Because Patavium is such a prize at the moment that we don't dare to move against that large Roman army. Because it cannot besiege it this turn. So another large settlement. Though we have quite a bit of Roman troops coming this way. So things will remain at least somewhat difficult still. Massalia is actually growing rather nicely. It has rather nice chances of becoming a bit bigger settlement. Hall of Heroes. I think this is so densely populated area that we could try to go for Scutari. And let's bring these troops in. And perhaps we should just combine those troops and then let's retrain all of these. Oh, and of course we will train additional round shield cavalry. Because, well, compared to Iberian infantry, I think the choice is rather obvious there. There is relatively large Germanian army over there. But they did betray us and perhaps we are lucky and they are not going to charge us straight away. I think we will wait for a while until we get moving with a bit larger detachment of cavalry. And here, so we can hire mercenaries. I think we will hire them at Oska, because we can then join forces with larger detachment. Okay, so these spear warbands are actually charging us. I'm not sure. I was not sure that we actually want to fight this army, but apparently we do, and let's hope the terrain is actually favoring us. Well, it's not actually good, but more importantly, it's not that bad either. So it's going to be the missiles that decide this battle, and most likely cavalry as well. So they did have one cavalry unit. That actually thwarts the free reign of R. Let's see if we could wipe it out. Rather brave of our... No, don't stay there. Run. Run. Nice. He got away. Or perhaps I got away with that. And then they have some skirmishers. In order to win, we actually need to break that enemy general, because otherwise the morale of the phalanxes will be just a bit too big. Because now the question is, from which side should we actually advance? And they are doing the advancing. Okay, so I think this here will be the point in which we try to break the enemy. Okay, good. Don't go over there and... okay, you can do that over there.
The warlord of the enemy army is right. You have killed the enemy general. Now his men show fear. Now they may turn and run. Attack! Attack!
So the skirmishers are fleeing. These guys are wavering. But actually holding rather well. Okay. They are breaking. Or rather fighting to death and killing our bodyguards. Okay, good. It seems we are about to do that. And let's see if we could kind of encourage this unit to turn its flank to our infantry. And they are routing as well. Excellent. Okay, those guys are fleeing. And these guys are fleeing, and the whole enemy army is fleeing.
This is a hunt. No, a coward chase.
And let's try to make sure that none of these warbands will be fighting us again. We can leave some stragglers to tell the tale of the fearsome plains of southern Gaul, or rather hills. And I guess that's it.
Your warrior.
We did suffer some casualties, so let's hope that they don't have another big army waiting for us. Oh, it's only Velites. So we might actually have a fighting chance here, and if we win, then Mediolanum will buy us a couple of more turns for Patavium to produce troops. So let's wait for them to come to the city center. And then strike at them with Warcry.
enemy have taken the walls! Throw them back, or our people will be slaughtered!
And let's actually move to this side. It might be that I actually blundered this one. Oh,
You have killed the enemy general.
that's nice.
Now, this
That's
is no
actually,
longer a
well,
battle, this is a hunt.
at the very least not a blunder.
Coward chase.
And I guess we can chase a few more cowards. They are tired. We are winded. Well, perhaps the cowards will get away. That was nice enough. And yeah, no stopping that army. I think a couple of more turns and that army can begin to move out.
Destroy! Besieging settlement. Settlement under siege.
Instead of fighting that large Roman army head on, perhaps we should move against Arretium rather soon. Fortunately, he's rather young. So I think in a couple of turns we will march out from there. Let's see, by the way, if we could hire some mercenaries, because we still have a rather chronic lack of troops as it is.
Can I be of service? Yes, master. Yes, my lord. Yes, master.
Perhaps
I will talk to them.
some peace with Gauls. Okay, well, I have always liked a good joke. Aha! So the Germanians are striking here as well. Of course, that actually this is rather nice. A good place for that new family member to major. Let's try to take Lugdunum first.
Lord, destroy!
Warband, or rather spear warband and screeching women, I think we should be able to deal with them with relative ease. And at the same time, I think that now that we have conquered parts of northern Italy, we are actually in a position that helps Narbo Martius quite a bit. So I think it should be relatively unlikely that new enemy armies come knocking, at least anytime soon. So perhaps we could push with this army now that the route is open for us against Germania. because they, based on the information that they are the largest faction, they are becoming quite powerful, and we don't want them to get too powerful.
Our warriors have taken the walls. Now the streets will run with blood.
And of course we are at the moment dealing with the Julii, or rather hampering their advance quite nicely. At the same time, I'm a bit concerned about the Scipii and the Brutii. It might very well be that the Brutii have rather large areas of Greece already under their control. Oh. Seems our slingers are actually missing the party over here. And I would really much like to end that screaming over there.
Slain by your brave warriors.
Because it's rather annoying. Surprisingly costly battle, to be honest. Perhaps I put the troops, or rather the infantry, a bit too forwards.
Victory! The land is ours!
And here, well, we actually cannot do too much. I think we will leave one unit as a garrison, while the rest of the army marches onwards. And now the question is this actually Briton territory? I think we actually want to take down the Gauls first. Because then we could secure this, all of Gaul over there. But I think it's time for the final battle of this episode. Quite a few mercenaries. This shouldn't be too difficult. Famous last words. But let's see how we will fare.
On my orders.
And actually I'm rather hoping, certain, or something in between, that they will be pulling back. And that's why I'm putting the cavalry units here, so that we can strike at them as fast as possible. Yeah. And that's not working out quite as planned. Rather nice of them to turn their flank. I mean, they are holding quite well, to be honest. And I think they have had just enough. Taking down this warband, spear warband actually, would be quite beneficial. And of course, now that we are at it, taking down the other spear warband would be rather beneficial as well. Let's see if we could break both of those. Okay, good.
Enemy army runs. Now hunt them down. Cavalry! Destroy their cavalry! Destroy their cavalry!
Still some stragglers, but I think that's pretty much only the
We need fight.
general left. Well, we have some entourage as well, but not much. Good. And I think we want to replenish these guys, and then next turn we will march onwards, and it will be towards Arretium. And perhaps we actually should begin our march straight away. Let's leave that frugal and angry guy in charge. Though
Yes, Chief.
I'm not sure if he can do any good in here.
Move out! General!
Yes, Chief. Chief. Leaving the army.
Okay, I guess he should be able to keep the settlement in line for a while we march. And we actually are going to need one infantry unit.
Chief.
Let's take this one,
Forward. Out of moves.
because we need to man the battering ram. And of course there are artillery. Well, that's too bad. And next turn we will be moving out reinforcements from here to the Gaul front most likely. But yeah, I think this is everything for today, so thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Consider also becoming a channel member if you want to support the channel. You get access to some Rome Total War emojis and some other perks as well. Have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.